Hey everybody, it's WIP Wednesday again, so we're back on track now. The holiday season is over and we're back to the real world, and if you're in England now, the new lockdown. So we've got at least 6 weeks of indoorness, and you know what? It's January, and January is garbage anyway, so it was likely to be indoors. So what we do is on WIP Wednesday, we have a look at what I've been working on hobby-wise, and then we have a look at you guys. So if you want to show off what you've been working on, drop us an email at theboneheadpodcast@gmail.com. Make sure you put WIP Wednesday in the title, because we get a lot of emails, a lot of stuff, and I might miss a couple. But we've got quite a lot of stuff to have a look at today, which is really impressive because it has been Christmas, and sometimes, with the best will in the world, it's not the best hobby time. But I do think the next month is going to be pretty productive. So let's move on and have a look at some of the bits I've been working on. Okay, so let's have a look at some of the things I have been up to. What's the more standard one first? We'll go with some Blood Bowl, which is not going to surprise anybody. Let's bring the tray of truth and justice across. So I was good. I got my teams built at long last. Probably should have had this done a little while ago. Obviously still working my way through the Necro. Haven't fixed this awful ghost shade. That was a mistake. Should have gone grey like they do on the website. But in the end, just use Nihilak. So, I printed Punga's miniature of the month. That's not fair, actually. They've on their Patreon, they've got a ton of the Pirates. So, printed a bunch of Pirates last month. Printed a load of those, and they came out okay. But the star players have landed this month. So, we've got Hack Flem, and actually, there's a little bit of, bits and bobs I need to clean up cast-wise, but this guy has come out great. It's such a great miniature. So there's a few other ones on there that I need to build. I need to get printed, really. The problem is I've had some issues with my printer. Had a load of failed prints. It's been absolutely gutting. I had such a really good run. But this guy printed absolutely fine. So got him done for the Blood Bowls. Built my Orc team with the Goblins. I mean, the cool thing is about the Black Orcs is they're all different, so because you've got alternate heads and things, so each one of the models on this team is different. I did a few head swaps and stuff. So there's the Blitzer here who's got the Tash there, and then I did a little cheeky head swap here with a lineman to give him a kind of different head, just to kind of had a bit of variety. What else did I do with positionings? Oh yeah, built this guy. This guy is going to be my Fitzpatrick. So lineman head, lineman helmet on a thrower body. It's just awesome. I think I've seen loads of people do it because it's really easy. It's a really straightforward swap, but it adds a bit of variety, and that's pretty good. And I did a hand swap with a lineman with the plain glove here to give him the ball. So another that he's going to be a lineman. And then one of the throwers, I gave him the empty glove, just to try and just to vary my team up a bit. I do love these miniatures. I just wish they had kind of like more positionals, because there's the models are so much fun. Did I vary anything else up? Don't know if I did. Let me just have a look at these two guys. Yeah, did a cheeky little head swap here as well. So the Blitzer's head goes on the other bodyguard, so they're just a little bit different. Didn't do too much else with the teams because, quite frankly, they're just great. They're just great miniatures, and I want to see. I can't wait to get these painted because I just want to see them on the pitch. Obviously, the lockdown that's just landed is going to make that harder for everybody. So we've got time to get things painted. So Ben and I were planning on recording last weekend, and obviously we've not been able to because he got promoted up in the tier, and then I got promoted up in the tiers, and then now we've got the lockdown. So this is my other project board. So I've got an absolute ton of Space Marine ships here for Battlefleet Gothic. Found some really lovely print files, and they've printed out really well. Really happy with these. You can see with a bit of shine here, so those guys who've got a bit of a printer, you know, that actually I've not done a superb job with some of these, but I think this is like one of the last prints before my printer decided to stop doing stuff. I think I scaled up these guys a little bit just to fill in, but basically one print for a fleet. That was awesome. Pretty happy with that. But this is the thing I am the most happy with, and this was when we saw a couple of weeks ago the squirrel. Somebody, Ronald, that was it. Ronald Grant had sculpted a squirrel as an acorn proxy. So naturally, I printed one out, and I thought it needs some forest base, so did some forest bases. Then I thought, actually, got an idea here. So I've printed a squirrel team. Now, I have spoken to Ronald. He's going to have a look and see if he can come up with some more poses. But at the moment, I've just mirrored them. And I have got an absolute team of squirrels on forest bases. I haven't finished printing the trees. Have I finished printing the trees? No. I think I've still... Yes, they're outside. They are outside. I had problems with these as well. It was a bit of a nuisance. So I found these free ones... something blights or something. I like the size. So this is basically going to become an ogre team with tree men, or these little dryad dudes. I say little, they're actually of a very reasonable size. Let's grab a golem. So you can see they're actually more chunky, so they're definitely strength 5. In fact, they're probably bigger than the Games Workshop tree. So got 6 of these guys. I'm going to vary one of them up to make him a punter. I think probably just having a tiny squirrel on his head or something, just to vary it up a bit, just so you can see that one of them is specifically the punter. So I've got 6 of these guys. They'll go on 40s when I can get hold of 40s. They fit on 32s, but it's a bit, yeah, I don't know. I prefer 40 mil bases. Actually, I do prefer 60 mil bases, but you can't always fit a lot of those on a Blood Bowl pitch. So yeah, I've been working on that as well. And a complete aside, I've just broken it. That is really gutting. That is really gutting. I printed a couple of ships in 600 mil, 1/600 scale for just fantasy stuff. Because I think it's really cool. I was really impressed with the Mantic miniatures that came out. I wasn't overly impressed with the prices for what you get, and I wasn't massively excited by the game. I watched a couple of playthroughs, or at least a playthrough of the fantasy game, and then went and looked at like some playthroughs of the game it was based off. I don't know, but I think I'll probably just end up porting the Engage rules anyway. I printed a few of these off just because they're cool. And that, I think, wraps up my hobby. The rest of my hobby time has been spent, honestly, getting this month's Patreon packages ready, which is pretty cool. Like a bunch of dice and tokens and things that are going out to guys. So that's wicked. I'll be sending them out this week. Doing content and, honestly, doing my job at work, which is a bit sad. But hey, at least I've got a job. Let's move on to see what you guys are working on. Okay, first up, we've got something from Dustin here. Oh, the Battlehawks are near completion, so that's the team he's been working on. Here's a preview of the second XFL theme. The New York Guardians, going with the home uniforms of black and grey, metallic black for the armour. Got the feathers prepped. Soon as the Battlehawks are done, and with an appropriate Blood Bowl name, the Guardians are next. Also upgraded my phone, so better quality pics. Love these miniatures, just looked at mine, so yeah, love these. The great thing about this team is it will sport any kind of paint scheme, and I love your commitment to the XFL. I think that's awesome. I know it's going to be 2022 before we see the XFL back again, but hey, more football is more better. I feel like I've got the catchphrase ever so slightly wrong there, but I still think it's accurate. That's awesome to see. We've got some stuff from Filthy Gorilla here. Hi, my name is Jay, retired military. Big fan of the podcast, love the content. Thanks, Jay. Been in and out of the hobby for many years. The lockdown's given me time to get back to the hobbies I love. This is my lizard team, known as the Scale City Smoothbacks. All right, sweet. So we've got some G-Dub. It's got G-Dub lizards here. Oh, we've actually got like bit by bit painting. That's fantastic. Yeah, love the chameleons. Classic blue for the skin on the lizards. Blue and yellow. And based up as well. Hey, fantastic. Nice job actually taking photos as they go. I tend to just take a photo of stuff when it's brown and then all of a sudden it's finished. So you get points for that. And you've even done the tokens. Nice blending with the red and yellow there. And that is a heck of a Crocs. Which Croxagore is that? That's a beast. That's not an actual Games Workshop one, is it? That looks like... I actually don't know where that one's from. Do let us know where the Croxagore's from. That's looking great. Great team. Yeah, brilliant. And some solid blending again with the red and yellow. Nice job, Jay. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That looks awfully like a sevens team to me. Which is pretty cool. I hope it is. Right, what do we got up next? Alex. Hey, thanks to my Goblin team last week. This week I wanted to show off the best model from the new season box. By far my best painted miniature. Featuring goblins again in the background, apparently. Right, okay, so let's have a look and see what we've got here. Wow. That is good. That is really well painted. Like, really nice job. Let's see if we can get that a little bit better on the screen. Look at that. That's lovely. Beautiful red beard. Like, nicely done. The skin tones are really good. I've always said this. I say always said this. I've discovered this recently, that painting a miniature, you can paint a model, you can paint the texture and all that kind of stuff, or you can paint onto a miniature. And this is a really good example of painting onto a miniature. So if you made that skin flat, it would still look like it had muscles. If you made that beard actually flat, it would still look like it had raised edges and stuff. So that's an absolutely lovely job. Good job on the stripes as well. Let's see if we can zoom in a little bit. Oh, might have zoomed in a little bit too much there. Really cool. And it is, yeah, there's the Goblin team looking really good. Look at the forehead as well. Ooh, it's going all over the place. Sorry, guys. Yeah, just really, really lovely. Really nice job on that one. Suitably impressed. Oh, this next thing's quite cool and a little bit different. So, oh, Duodus, how are you? I mentioned I was working on 3D models, but have relatively recently managed to complete them. Not sure if they still fit the WIP Wednesdays, absolutely. But anyways, it's a Capellan Confederation 70-ton Thunder, and all of its in-universe variants throughout the different Battletech eras. I did redesign it from the original artwork quite a lot, as the original for the art is pretty bad. It's definitely stylized. It's super 80s, absolutely super 80s, if you ask me, but I think I managed to keep it spirit tight. Duodus. This is awesome because of this. Look at this. So from that artwork from like before most of us were born, or just from like early 80s or something, like absolutely wicked, and he has gone and designed these. These are fantastic. Look at the detail there. Have I got any Battletech prints around? I've printed a few. I've got a couple of lances just waiting for a reason to exist, to be entirely honest with you. That is really cool. Yeah, seriously, there's no way we can get hold of the STL files for these, because I would love it. I'd love a lance of these ones, man, of Varnus Thunders. That's really sweet, nice, really nice. And we've got Pablo back now. Ooh, hello. That is a nice team and excellent use of cork. It wouldn't be an orc without some cork. Hey there, Ben. This is my Black Orc team, the Blackburn Brawlers. I've always been in love with any kind of green skin, and the first time I saw these miniatures, I knew I had to paint them. I tried to risk and paint a flame motif on the shoulders to make them pop a little bit, and I'm happy with the final result. Thank you for your videos. They keep me inspired when painting. Merry Christmas, Pablo. Pablo, your painting inspires me. Look at that. That is absolutely awesome. It just reminds me of the Legion of the Damned, like this Space Marine chapter from... I think they introduced it in like the 90s or something, where there's like ghost space marines with flames and everyone was like, where are they coming from? This is wicked. Absolutely really good job there. Love the bases. I know I made the comment about the cork. The reason I made the comment about the cork is because whenever I go to Ikea, I always buy like Ian Warhammer Hannam, like a ton of cork, just because he always used... He did a really big Warhammer Age of Sigmar like orc army, the brutes. I can't remember what they're called. And just the bases are awesome. I did an Arachnarok spider with a huge bit of cork base as well. So this is great. Good use of... I assume that's a transfer, or have you hand painted that? I really need to look at the transfers. See, I've got no idea really how to paint my orcs. I've got a bit of an idea. This is looking wicked. Good job getting this guy to stick on the base. Mine guys haven't bothered. And you've gone for each of the heads as well. That's cool. No, the flame motif is really cool. And really cool highlighting there. And red eyes making them pop. Yeah, this is an absolutely solid team. Beautiful job. Talking of beautiful jobs, this is not going to surprise anybody, but we've got another incredible bit of painting here from Christopher Norling. The first of many zombies for Skeletors, evil warriors. Love these models so much. Hope you're doing good. Take care. Thank you very much, Christopher. We're all doing good over here. Look at this. Look at the absolute incredible painting here. Zoom out a little bit so we can get it on the screen. There we go. So, like I just said, painting on the miniature as opposed to just painting the miniature. We've got some great stuff kicking around, but this is awesome. So this is like it's nice and stylized, but this team is going to look insane when done. You guys need to check out Christopher's Squigs. I'll try and remember to put his Instagram link in the show notes, because you need to go and have a look at that. One, because it's a Squig team, and two, because it looks like this. Ooh, we've got some more awesome Blood Bowl here. Right, what do we got? Alexander. Hi, recently got into physical Blood Bowl after playing Blood Bowl 2 on and off for a few years. Glad to hear it. Welcome to a nice dangerous hobby, short of potentially fire juggling. I came across your channel when doing so. I really enjoyed listening to you inside the game. Well, thank you very much. Thanks for joining us. I've been collecting and painting 40k in AOS for years now, but I've really enjoyed painting up these lot for my Imperial Nobility. Got 6 done so far, but shouldn't take too long to finish the rest. Cheers and have a great Christmas. I love these miniatures. Nice work on the hair there. And good colour scheme as well. Solid blue and white. Gotta love the silver. Good work on the feathers as well. We've got more nobility on the way there. Let's see if we can just bounce back to that, because those feathers are really, really well done. So with the different gradient in there, I know it's kind of easy to overlook when it comes to feathers. I know I'm going to do it. I know I'm going to lazy boy it out, but where you've got the gradient there, I think we've seen a lot of people do peacock feathers. I know Ian Warhammer Hannam has done his with peacock feathers, and there's been a couple kicking around the Blood Bowl community. Not got a chance to spend a lot of time on there recently, but I've seen a few that look really, really cool. And we've got a couple more brilliant ones for you here. So we've got Owen Orkster here. Hey Ben, enjoying the Christmas break and getting some hobby done. Played my first game of second season Blood Bowl on Monday against my son, who's starting to get into Blood Bowl recently. Ooh, congratulations. Nothing better than a league at home. Humans versus Dark Elves. A struggle for the Dark Elves at 1000 TV. Yeah, they've taken a bit of a nerf, but it's okay. Humans ran home with a 2-1 victory, so Dark Elves got a little bit worse. Humans got a little bit better, so I'm going to assume, Orkster, that's really just down to you being an SWTC pro. Then helped him with his first Blood Bowl team, putting together the Necro team. Boy, the ghouls are fiddly. Yeah, I don't understand why each of the legs is independent. It's just frustrating. Hey, they're not the Elf Union, though, so that's something. You missed my Dropbox link last time, so this time no photos in the email to confuse things. Thank you, I did do that. Finished the Yadara Dwarfs off and used the second season picture of the backdrop, loving the Astro Granite pitch. Absolutely. So let's have a look at Orkster's team. He's finished his Dwarfs. Got it all sealed. Look at that. That is a heck of a team. You've got everything covered there. I do love the bases being linked to the positionals. I actually really like these guys. These guys came out a little while ago, I think, but I really like the armor. It's quite high fantasy, but I really like it. So, yep, red for the blockers, for the blitzers, sorry, white for the throwers. Love that. Good color coding, and then you've got the bronze for the stars, which have come out really nicely as well. Just what can you say about that death roller? Except, I don't know if you're ever going to get it on the pitch, because it's the high TV, but the model is amazing. Hey, work as a giant when Games Workshop bring the giant rules back in. This is lovely. I hate edging armor, so you get mad points for that one, Owen. Really lovely. This guy with the sword, is that that must be the chainsaw guy. And it's just lovely, lovely miniature. And yeah, I do like the pitch. These linemen are great. Team looks fantastic. Ooh, okay, I've strayed a bit and have therefore been able to move on with my Grebo Lizards, White Croxigor, Red Sauruses, yep, no, really there. Green Skinks with the Chameleon Skinks colours to be determined, using the colours of the Welsh flag, and the team will be the Welsh Dragoons or Newport Dragoons, as using the Newport Rugby strip colours for the loincloths. Also moving along nicely with my first Necromantic gang. So let's have a look at these lizards first. So, love this. I remember seeing these bases as WIP. Work in progress, like the little stars and stuff. Lovely blending there on the armor. Really nice. Really nice work on the basing as well. These miniatures are absolutely chonk. Here we go. So also moving along nicely with my first Necromunda gang. And finally my first 3D prints, hot off the press, just air drying off being washed before having the supports removed and being cured. First 4 players from the Punga Pirates. After taking my Skaven to victory in the Summer Sorcery Tournament, another Skaven team was needed. So, first of all, Necromunda stuff looking really good. There's a couple of STLs that are basically meant to be these guys, and I've been really tempted to print off a team. So this is cool. Punga Pirates, they're great, absolutely great. I found them to be actually quite large. So there's a couple of people say actually if you print them at 85% or 90% scale, they work really well. So have a look at that and see what you think. And Ben just gave the best advice ever for me with the supports, is if you take the stuff out of the print, chuck it in some methylated spirits or whatever to wash it up, boil the kettle, have a pot of boiling water, you know, clean off the miniatures in from the meth and then chuck them in the boiling water just for not a very long time at all, like 30 seconds or something. When you pull them out, you'll be able to just pluck the supports off, and generally it comes out with not a lot of contact area as well. It's worked really well for me. And dry them up, obviously give it a lovely clean, and then put them under UV light or something, and it does a really good job. That's what I've done with these guys, although being tree people there was support stuff absolutely everywhere. But yeah, Ben's saved me some time and effort on that one. And oh yes, we've got some more bits and bobs here. So this is right. First of all, Orchestra says, hope you had a good break. Look forward to more content in the new year. Hopefully at some point, maybe perhaps a return to tabletop, but seems a long way off at the moment. It does, but that's okay. We're going to be doing some tournaments and some competitions and things like that. We're going to keep people entertained. Now we've got some stuff from Dan Roundtree. Hey, been really enjoying the content you've been releasing, and it's massively contributed to dragging me back into the hobby after many, many years. Dan, that's fantastic to hear. As it appears, we're back in lockdown for another good while yet. I thought I would share a couple of quick shots of my start on the new Blood Bowl release, and I'm pretty pleased with how they're turning out. I may actually get round to finish painting at least one of the teams before there's any chance of actually using it. Dan, you finish your team, I'll finish my team. Let's do this. I've got a paint scheme in mind now for my Black Orcs. I might copy yours. I'm going to go for the Blockaneers or something. The Blockaneers. The Dwarf Ref Mini is my favourite miniature of the box, so I had to paint him first. I'm not sure if we got around to that. For the Orcs, I've gone for a New York Giants colour scheme, and for the ability, I've tried to approximate the New Orleans Saints. Yes! That looks great. I'm not a fan of the feathers and assume they'd snap off before too long anyway. Yeah, fingers crossed they don't. Especially once my 8-year-old gets his hands on them. Okay, maybe there's nothing to stop that. So I've been ruthless with those, and I've been really pleased with the results. Pleased with the balance of the miniatures after losing so much height. Wasn't as bad as cleaning up the helmets as I feared it might be. That's good. Been using different colours on the ribbons to help identify positionals, blitzers red, bodyguards green, etc. If I can get this team finished, I may reward myself with one of the Grebo Ogres with the Fleur-de-Lis armour, as I think it will fit better than the Games Workshop one. The only obstacle I may have is the Snotling team I've already assembled, which is calling to me as well, but that will need trolls, so I need to look for some alternative miniatures for them. And the Grebo Karamat team looks awesome as well. And then there's star players to think about. I think I might be developing a problem. All the best for whatever this year brings, and I hope the Bonehead podcast goes from strength to strength. Cheers, Dan. Dan, that's awesome, man. Welcome back to the hobby. You've made a heck of a start. Okay. Orc team, love it. Definitely see the Giants bit. You've got the little flash of white and red there as well to top them off. Poor Giants had a tough week this week. Thanks to Doug Peterson of the Eagles. Not a very popular man now, imagine, in all of New York. And you have done a great job getting the cream right here for the New Orleans Saints, and a really good job sorting the helmets out. Hang on. Okay, how is that? Yeah, actually, super job. Nicely done, Dan. That's looking really good. Gold trim again. That's the highlight for the episode. Great job on the cream. Great job on the team. And the dwarf, who turns out I think is going to be everybody's favourite miniature from this box set. You kind of had me at Varag. Actually, my Fitz Magic miniature is the one I'm happiest with. But the dwarf is awesome. Great job there. You got some rosy cheeks, rosy nose. Looking fantastic. And then we're back to this one. So guys, we're going to wrap up WIP Wednesday here. Thank you all so much for sending in your gear, your projects and what you've been working on. We're hoping to do a painting competition very shortly, and hopefully again like a fumble tournament or something. So do keep your eyes peeled. But yeah, thank you so much for sending in stuff. Happy hobbying, guys. Keep in contact and just keep safe, keep happy, and yeah, keep talking. So we'll see you next week, guys. Thanks very much. Thanks very much for watching. We really appreciate your support. If you want to support the show even further, please like and subscribe. It really helps us out. Or come and join us in our Patreon, link below, where you get early access to our content and monthly competitions. See you later.